Hi again, everyone. I'm Ollie Matthews. This is the Narcissistic Resistance, and this resistance video is sponsored by contribution from Anonymous. And here's her story. Dear Ollie, please keep me anonymous. My narc mother went no contact with me when I informed her by letter that I would no longer accept her bad behavior. Maybe I should correct myself. She's mostly no contact, but make sure to send cards here and there to remind us she is still alive and well. She's not no contact. It's just an elaborate silent treatment. That's all it is. The narcissist doesn't go no contact from us. Their silent treatments just get more elaborate. That's all. The cards are of no substance and are simply signed. One envelope that was sent to my child included my child's name and was in care of my husband. She'd never done that before, even when my child was a baby. Anyone who has not been a target of narcissism may not get the significance of that. Oh, yeah, we do, because that's how they try to like write you out of they try to write you out of existence through other people by addressing you through other people. But for me, it was a clear flag that she is still furious with me. Right, and it's how you know it's not really no contact. It's just a silent treatment tactic. By the way, the letter I had written to her was completely respectful. I knew that she would show the letter to everyone, so I did a superb job of crafting my wording, even though she's punishing me with her silence, though I really appreciate it. She did manage to show up at a recent event with a lot of people around. She cried huge crocodile tears and went to all my children and husband and wept on their shoulders as though she missed us. Nothing after that except a card. I don't know why you allowed that. I'd have been like, whoa, bitch. Whoa, whoa, bitch. What are you doing here? Door's that way. You have no business being here. I don't know why you're allowing her access to your husband or your children. And I don't know why your husband is allowing it either. Some of my children are adults. They're completely aware of their grandmother's game plan and have had a lifetime of witnessing it for themselves. A few have decided to remain in contact with her and find her childish behaviors humorous. Really. I have good children and they are very respectful of me. I told them that I simply request that absolutely no information be shared concerning me, my husband, or my children still under my care. I trust my older children implicitly, and I know they are following my request. If they respected you, they would have nothing to do with her. I gotta just tell you right. You are playing with fire there. They know how you feel, but they want to carry on a relationship because they want to carry on a relationship because they think it's humorous or funny. There's nothing funny about this, and you shouldn't allow them to walk around believing it's funny. That's why you're in the situation you're in. This is why I'm telling you, anybody who has contact with the narcissist is a problem, whether they're your own children or not. You need to nip that in the ass and say, hey, there ain't nothing funny about your grandmother. It ain't funny, it ain't amusing, it's damaging, it's hurtful. And by you playing into it, hurts me. I think I'm as healed as one can be after a lifetime of living through the narc evil. I think of my mother, narc sister, narc brother, insane childhood, etc., and have no physical reaction. I can think of things and not be pulled into the tornado of emotion that used to destroy the rest of my day. I can hear about them and not care, like they are complete strangers to me. My ultimate healing happened when I finally understood that I was never loved. I am discovering who I am. My family of origin always got a perverse joy out of picking at me and pushing my buttons so that they could see me get upset. Then I would be told I had a bad temper or that I just needed to forgive. Guess what? Now the smog of them is cleared away. I can appreciate myself so much. In truth, I am patient, and it takes a very long time before I become angry. Not only that, but I will warn a person if they are making me angry and ask them to please stop multiple times before I get mad. Best of all, by successfully navigating through this ocean of evil, I realized that I can be courageous and strong. Unfortunately, there are areas that I still suffer. My creativity. I want to get back to drawing, but my heart isn't in it. If I can begin drawing again, I think it will help tremendously. I wish I could conquer some of my automatic reactions to things. For example, I become terribly anxious when unexpected things happen and I feel completely out of control. For the most part, I am able to contain it, but that hypervigilant behavior explodes out of me sometimes, and I hate it. I want to be calm. Something as simple as taking a right turn instead of a left can cause explosive anxiety. I have to do mental self-talk, and that it's okay, and have to actively work to calm myself down. If the same situation of the wrong turn takes place and I'm not the driver, I can become panicked, and I must actively work to keep my mouth closed and let them handle it instead of jumping in and trying to get control in a situation that feels temporarily out of control. Having no control is terrifying to me. One last thing that I dislike that I do is that if a narc relative is mentioned and something strikes me, I may overtalk the situation. It's hard for me to stop sometimes. The only thing that saves me is that I'm a good reader of other expressions and body language. I had to be to survive my childhood. I can pull away from continuing when I see that I'm discomforting them. People can only hear so much when they don't have the hands-on experience. It makes me feel so utterly alone at times. I'm sure that you have similar things that you deal with. Is there any advice to inspire me to get back to creativity and self-expression? How do others control anxiety? I am willing to go down the prescription path. I am convinced the only way to completely heal is to gut it out and walk through the fire. Thank you, Ollie. Anonymous. You got to understand where your anxiety is coming from. It's because you have a false sense of calm. I don't want to call it closure, but maybe a false sense of closure with your mother and that whole situation. Because you're actively being messed with. She's not no contact from you. She's using silent treatment and eliminating you by proxy, by having access to your children and your husband. She's still controlling you. And I don't think you want to face that, because I don't think you want to face your own children. If you don't have the confidence enough to tell your children how you really feel, and you cannot convince me, no way, no how, that you have no problem with your own kids finding this woman humorous who's been abusing you and continues to abuse you, and then they want to carry on a relationship with her. You don't have the confidence to stand up to yourself for that. You think you're going to have the confidence to be creative, something that really needs you to express yourself, your inner being, your creativity? No, you're not going to be able to do that until you deal with the problem in front of you, the problem that's still out there that you haven't dealt with. That's your mother. What I would do if I were you, because your mother clearly responds to letters, and your letter about her wasn't even a no contact letter. You informed her you wouldn't accept her bad behavior. Correct? And then she did what you consider no contact, but not really. It's not no contact. It's just 3D underwater narcissistic chess trying to eliminate you by proxy through your children. So what I would do at this point is I would make it clear that you are no contact from your mother. Permanently. Permanently. There's no fixing this, and there's no access to my minor children. I can't stop my adult children. They're adults from having a conversation, but I can tell, listen, I really think you need to have it out with your adult children, because this isn't funny. This is where your anxiety comes from. This is why you over-explain everything. Because if you get somebody who starts listening, okay, you're trying to get it out. You're trying to get it out. You're trying to get somebody. You're not happy. You're not confident as you say you are. I think you found some kind of weird purgatory you put yourself in. You have to make it clear you are no contact with your mother, period, and whoever else, period. And you're going to have to follow the rules that go along with no contact. You want contact with her, then you're not going to have contact with me. And that's how it's going to be, because she's toxic and dangerous. As a mother, I think you have that right. Don't you? If you can, before you go down the pharmaceutical route, okay, I would make it clear, because this is you're leaving gray areas for this woman to make conclusions. No. I made it clear I wasn't going to take your bad behavior. You tried to make it clear you were cutting me out and then try to eliminate me by proxy through my children. So you don't get the hint. Your behavior got worse. So you are out permanently. You have no access to my children, no access to my husband. If your husband, you better make it clear to him, you better have my back. And I'd make it clear to your adult children, you carrying on a relationship with this woman because you think she's funny is unacceptable. You need to have that conversation. And if you could get some kind of strength and basis through that, maybe you can have the courage and to bring back your creativity and drawing. Before you jump to any crazy pharmaceuticals out of something other than if you get your hand on some other stuff that makes you creative. So thank you for your contribution and your story. I really appreciate it. You have to deal with this anxiety because it's coming from this open wound, or this false sense of closure that I don't think you have. So thank you again. I hope this helps. Thank you to everybody watching. Please leave any opinions or advice in the comment section below. And again, if you want your story read on the channel, you have a topic you'd like me to cover, a narcissist you'd like to expose, you'd like to set up Skype, a phone call, have a private video made, or a Facebook chat, or you'd like to sponsor a video like this for someone who can't afford it and needs help, or just sponsor the channel in general, help keep the lights on, the bills paid, and see the channel grow, you know what to do with the PayPal and email links in the description box. And if you're still unclear, wait for the instructional video link to pop up on the screen at the end of this video to walk you through all of that. And remember, this channel is funded 100% by contributions from you. Please like and share this video wherever you can. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't, and be sure to click the subscription bell to be notified of all my video uploads. I'm Ollie Matthews. This has been the Narcissistic Resistance. Take care.